Hello, you beautiful sunflowers. Today, I actually have a couple of doctor's appointments to go to, so I figured while I was getting ready, doing my makeup, I don't wear makeup often, so I really like having a reason to wear makeup. But I figured while I was doing that, I would go ahead and do some get to know me questions. I didn't want to do just like the basic, what's your favorite color? Are your parents still married? Where did you grow up? Where were you born? I wanted to kind of bring in some different ones. So we have a whole bunch of different questions. It's just 25. While I'm doing my makeup and getting ready, I figured I would answer them in case you wanted to get to know me. So since I'm just going to be getting ready, I'm not going to really show which products I'm using, but I will go ahead and link them down below. I have already cleansed my skin, took a shower, did all the things. I put some moisturizer on my skin, I put some SPF on my skin, and I put some aloe vera on my skin because it just makes my skin feel really good, especially in the hotter months. Let's get to those questions. So the first one is, are you friends with more men or women? I'd have to say I'm friends with more men than I am women. I find myself to be more drawn to being friends with men. I don't know. I kind of just look at the person as a whole and then decide whether or not I want to be friends with them. So the next one is shopping in real life or shopping online. Shopping online for sure. Unless it's craft stuff. If it's craft stuff, I like to shop in real life. Oh, man. I guess it kind of depends. With the way that the world is right now, I kind of, of course I'm shopping online more than so. But I really am trying to limit how much I purchase like on Amazon and stuff, because that's a whole nother subject for another day. So it really depends on what I'm shopping for. Majority of the time though, I prefer to shop online. Coke or Pepsi? If I had to choose either out of those two, it would be Coke. If I had to choose in general, it'd be Dr. Pepper. Okay, the next question is, have you ever changed a tire? By myself, no. My husband used to change tires for a living for about 4 years, and I've gone with him many times, and I've assisted in changing my own tire. So once again, by myself, no. I know the logistics of it. I know what needs to be done, but I've never actually physically done it. What's the strangest thing you have eaten? Oh my gosh, what a question. I'd say the strangest thing I've eaten is goat meat. I'm not pretty adventurous when it comes to my food, just because I have stomach issues. So, I tend to not know if something's going to really upset me or whatever the case may be. So I try to keep it pretty simple, pretty sweet. But I did try goat meat. That was pretty interesting. Who do you most resemble? My mom. 1000% my mom. When I was growing up, I used to hate, and I mean hate, being told that I looked identical to my mom. I hated it because I wanted to be my own person. I wanted to be Kimberly. I wanted to look like Kimberly. I didn't want to look like my mom. So it used to bug the crap out of me when somebody would be like, oh my gosh, you look so much like your mom. She knows she did this. She did this just to annoy me. She knows it. She used to be like, don't we look like sisters? I'd be like, stop. Stop it, Mom. We don't look like sisters. But like we actually really do. It just bugged me. But what's funny is now as an adult, it really doesn't bug me that much, just because I know I don't have to look like myself. I can still be myself and still look like my mom. And my mom really looks like my grandma, in my opinion, her mom. So I think it's just like a generation thing. I definitely look more like my mom. Sometimes it still irks me. Have you ever sewed? I did actually. And in Texas, it was required to do like one of those family management classes. And so I sewed some shorts out of these. I don't know why this is the fabric I chose, but it was like this flannel, like fleece material, and it was pink, and it had rubber duckies, and they were taking a bath. I sewed them for my pajama shorts, and I loved those things. They were great. I loved those shorts. I wore them until they pretty much crapped out on me because fleece is not meant to be made as shorts. I now know that. Oh, and I also can sew, like if there's, you know, a hole or something like that. My husband will just take a stapler and staple the hole. If you could time travel, what would you do? Okay, so I think most people, when they get asked this question, they're like, I would go back in time and I would stop Hitler, or I would go back in time and, you know, end slavery, which absolutely, if I could. But we all know that that can't be happening. Like, at that moment, if you went back in time and you were like, you guys, the future's going to be really bad, you'd be burned at the stake for witchery. Like, it just would happen. So then you went back in time, your parents will never know you died, and then they're going to be devastated. However, what my answer would be is I would go back in time and I would talk to Maria Montessori. I would just kind of watch her watch the kids. If you don't know who Maria Montessori is, she is a phenomenal, or she was a phenomenal person. She watched kids and she created her like own, I guess, way of education. And I have worked at a Montessori class as a Montessori school as an assistant director. Like, I've worked at a traditional daycare and I've worked at a like Montessori school. So I can see what the difference is between both of them. Montessori schools, yes, are usually a little bit more expensive, but their teachers are usually have like more certificate hours. They are more knowledge in it. They teach more about different cultures and different races, which in my personal opinion, in this day and age needs to happen more. They just teach more about different things. It's not just like, these are your ABCs, these are your, you know, your colors. Like, the Montessori school is beautiful. And the whole aspect of it is that the children kind of, their imagination leads them to figure out what they want to do. So I would go back in time, watch her, and, you know, watch the kids that she observed. And I would really just want to pick her brain. I guess I would want to be on that side of history. I wouldn't even have to have my name shown because I would assume that like all time traveling rules apply. Like, if you change the past, then it can cause grave danger and stuff. So I would give her some fake pseudo name and I wouldn't even tell her who I was or anything like that. Like, I would just be one of her helpers and be like, girlfriend, you do what you want to do. I'm here for you. Also, too, I would go see a Shakespeare play in real life. I think it would be so amazing. Okay, so the next one is, what's your favorite snack? If we're talking about all time, it's definitely watermelon. Come on. If we're talking about like seasonal, for Christmas, it would be probably cookies, Christmas cookies. I love Christmas cookies. For fall, I'd say it'd be like boiled peanuts. It's the whole Mississippi thing in me. Or it'd be, what do you call them? Pumpkin seeds, like roasted pumpkin seeds. For the summertime, it would be watermelon still. And for the springtime, I don't know. I guess just smoothies. And then for wintertime, probably banana bread. Especially muffins. I love banana bread and muffins. Okay, so shower or bath? Definitely a shower. My happy place is in water. Like, when I'm anxious, I go take a shower. If I had a waterfall, I'd go there. But I mean, honestly, I could just sit in the ocean. But, you know, like sometimes at 3 o'clock in the middle of the night, when you're anxious, you can't just drive down to the ocean because that's how people die. So I like showers. Baths kind of disgust me. Like, the water gets cold way too long. You're sitting in your filth. I mean, even if you have like a bubble bath, I'm not a big fan. I'm just not. I don't know what it is. I can't do it. If I could play any instrument, what would it be? I've always wanted to learn how to play the drums. I always said that when I was pregnant, it would be my like pregnancy project. However, I don't think that's going to happen. So I still want to learn how to play the drums, but if I could play any instrument in the world, it'd have to be the banjo. That or the ukulele. Have you guys seen Steve Martin play the banjo? Man's a genius on that banjo. If you haven't, you should go check it out. What is your favorite month? October, because it's Halloween, the air is cooling down, the world is getting beautiful. Like, it's a beautiful time. Have you ever been skiing? Water skiing, yes. When I was in high school, my dad used to work at a boat place. Like, he used to fix boats. So on the weekends, sometimes we would have to take the boat out and we would ride on the boats. Like, the owners knew it. Like, they were like, hey, yeah, go for it. Test it out. Have I been like snow skiing? No. Honestly, that's not something that I'm like, oh man, I really want to do that. It's just not my forte. I would love to go to like the mountains, but I would probably be more of like a hill sledder type person, or like sitting in the place, or just like taking pictures. I'm not a skier. My husband would totally be skiing. Like, he loves skiing, but that's just not my jam. What is your favorite memory? My favorite memory, and this is going to sound cheesy, my favorite memory is getting married to my husband. So we met when I was a senior in high school. He's about 3.5 years older than I am. We met at an Eli Young band concert at Chili's Bell in Flatonia. It was great. We met, we dated for a year. It was hot and heavy, young love. But we broke up. He kind of went his way. I kind of went my way. There was a lot that I had to learn. I will never take that or deny that. There was a lot that I had to learn. Honestly, there was a lot that I had to kind of just mess up on myself, But there was also a lot that he had to learn. So we always kind of stayed in contact. 6 years ago now, which would have been about 4 years after we broke up. Maybe it would have been 5 years. Yeah, it would have been about 5 years after we broke up. He reached back out. We got back together, which I love. So my favorite memories is when I married my husband, because I've wanted it since I was 17. And I just knew it was going to happen. So I was extremely happy when it happened. The next one is, have you ever ridden a motorcycle? Yes. I haven't driven one, but I have ridden many of them, actually. If you didn't need sleep or rest, what would you do? I would be making all kinds of art, whether it be like on Procreate, on my iPad, whether it be like face painting, whether it be, honestly, it would just be all kinds of art. I would just be the most creative person ever. Like, I swear, if I didn't have an actual day job and making YouTube videos was my normal job, I would be making all kinds of creative videos. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? I used to love these questions because I used to know how I would answer them. Now, I have absolutely no idea how to answer them because I don't really know where I see myself in 10 years. We could own a house. We could have an animal sanctuary, or, we could be adopting kids, or we could even have a kid, or we could be living in Colorado, or we could be, I don't know. I have no idea where I see myself in 10 years. All I can say is I see myself with my husband, and I see myself being happy. And honestly, that's the most important to me, so that's what we're going to go with. Have you ever been arrested? Yes. When I said earlier, or my husband and I had to kind of make our own mistakes and stuff, one of my mistakes was getting arrested. Do you keep your things organized? 1,000%. Even if it's a mess, but it's organized, I'm okay with that. So the next question, white or black socks? Neither. I hate socks. Ninjas or pirates? I have to probably say ninja because those people are sneaky. Have you ever shot a gun? Yes. If you could meet anyone, who would you choose? Talked about Maria Montessori, but if I could meet anyone, I'm going to go with a live person this time. If I could meet anyone, who would I choose? Probably Betty White. How can you not want to meet Betty White? You know what I mean? Do you have any tattoos or piercings? Yes. The only piercings I currently have are in my ear. My tattoos, I actually have about 9 or 10 of them, I think. Okay, and the last question is, what's your favorite color? It's yellow. All right, you guys, that's it for today's video. I hope that your day ahead brings you lots of love and joy and happiness.